welcome to another episode of Shamisen Schoolhouse. This is part 2 of the Mixolydian mode lesson series I'm doing. And that which you just heard was an original of mine called Let There Be Shamisen. Yep, I wrote it, and there were some vocal contributions by God.
Schoolhouse.
So let's start learning this piece. I'm going to show you guys a couple of the sections from this piece. And the reason I chose this piece is A, it's written in Mixolydian mode, and B, it uses a lot of traditional tsugaru right-hand technique. The main one being alternating strings, which some of the other Shamisen Schoolhouse instructors have gone over in their videos. I know Kyle has, and I think Kevin may have as well. So starting off right away here, the first phrase is 13 sharp with your index finger on san no ito. And here's the right hand pattern that we're going to be repeating here quite a bit. It's tataki, downstroke, ushiro, and then a hajiki with your ring finger. A hajiki or trill, hammer on, pull off, however you want to call it, that, on 16. So we hit once with the bachi, do the trill with the ring finger, then open ni no ito, also ushiro bachi, back bachi, tataki, downstroke. Slide, keep that bachi down on the skin and slide suberi bachi back to san no ito. So altogether we have, and that's one full cycle of the pattern. And we're going to do that twice, the 13 sharp note. Two full cycles of that pattern. So one, that. Then we're going to switch notes. Index finger moves up the neck to 12 on san no ito. And then the trill this time is going to happen on the last note we just played, which is 13 sharp. And that's kind of the rule for trills in this piece anyway. Excuse me. Is whatever your last primary note was, the melody note from the last time, that's what you trill on when you change notes. So after 12, where I'm trilling on 13 sharp, when I move to 10, what am I going to trill on? I'm going to trill on 12, where I just was. But anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. So we do 2 times the 13 sharp, 2 full cycles, then switch to 1 of 12, then we go down to 10. 1 as well of that. And then down to 9, where we're trilling on 10, right? Because we were just on 10 before. So we're gonna do this one on 9 4 times. Four full cycles. So again, full cycle is that whole right hand pattern. I guess it's not entirely right hand because you're doing the trill with your left hand, but so that's one full cycle. Okay, so what we have so far is then we repeat that whole thing again. And then we go all the way down to 16. And we do 2 cycles. Then down to 14. Then down to 13. Whoops, that was supposed to be 13 sharp. Okay, so we have from 16. Then down to 19, all the way down to 19, where we're going to do 4 cycles. Okay, then down, we're going to go right down the scale here after this, and 18 is the next note, and we just played 19. And because all the notes are so squished together down here, they're really compacted, you barely have to move the index finger from 19 to 18. So, kiyotsukete kudasai. So we're on 19, we've just done that 4 times, so. One of 18, one of 16, one of 14, one of 13, and 4 on 12. Okay? Now, on that 4th, that very last note on the 4 cycles of 12, that note, it's actually going to not be 12, it's going to be 9 on San no Ito. Just for that last cycle. So 2, 3, 4. So that's how we're going to play it. Okay, that's all of section A, and I kind of blazed through it so that we can practice it slowly now as a larger chunk. And obviously go back and watch it, and I'm going to actually notate the part and hopefully post it soon within the next couple of weeks. But if any of you have trouble, as always, just shoot me a message and I can explain it in more detail. This one's a doozy. Okay, so let's back up to the beginning and see if we can do it really slowly, what we've learned so far. Here we go. 2, 3, 4. Good. All right. So just keep working on that, and although we're learning this specific tune in Mixolydian right now, I'm sure you can see all the possibilities just using that right hand technique and exploring any one of the other modes we've learned. You know, instead of Mixolydian, if you wanted to do Lydian. Dorian. I don't know. I'm just saying you can use that right hand technique and explore all the modes that way. But anyway, getting back to the matter at hand, this tune, we ended on San no Ito 9. Okay, and so now we're going into part B. And your ring finger should be perfectly positioned just to smack down onto 10 of Ni no Ito. And this is where the pattern is going to change a little bit. We're going to do a similar Tsugaru style pattern, but this time it's a 4-note pattern. And it's going to start with your ring finger on 10 of Ni no Ito. Suberibachi slide into open san. Another downstroke onto open san, and then an upstroke sukuibachi. So altogether, those 4. Okay. So we're going to do that particular combination of notes 9 cycles. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then switch, and all we're going to switch is the ring finger note on Ni no Ito from 10 to 12. You do 1 cycle of that. Again, we're going to change after that. 1 cycle of 13. So we have 9 of this. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, have so far. Not too bad, right? But then we have to switch strings here, which can be a little tricky. So what we're going to do is your middle finger, if you're playing like I am, you want it to kind of be, the way I'm playing, my middle finger is positioned right where it kind of needs to be next, which is right above 12 on San no ito. So I'm going to lift off of Ni no ito with my ring finger, get that off, and then put my middle finger down on 12, and I'm going to play the same pattern in the right hand, but now the melody note is on San no ito and not Ni no ito. So that's our next phrase, is open Ni, slide into 12 of San no ito, downstroke, upstroke. Okay, and we just do that one cycle. Then, this is a little more tricky. You're going to take your index finger, plop it right down on 10 of Ni no ito, then take your pinky and put that on 13 sharp of San no ito. So we were like this, doing the devil horns, and then reverse devil horn, inverted devil horns, where the devil horns are down on the neck. So 10 on Ni no ito, pinky on 13 sharp of San no ito, and now we're still keeping the same right hand pattern. And we do that 4 cycles. So all together from the B section, we have 2, 3, 4. We're going to do 9 cycles, so that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and switch. Takes a little getting used to, a lot of slow practice, but you can do it. Then, this is probably the hardest stretch you're going to have to do. Your index finger on 10 of Ni no ito needs to go up the neck, down 1 note in pitch, to some necks call it the 9 sharp, some call it the flat right before 10, but it's right before, it's the note right before 10 on Ni no ito. And you're still keeping your pinky stretched to that 13 sharp if you can do it. Obviously, everyone's hand size is different. If you can't reach that, you can kind of finagle it. 12 would work well too here, as a substitute for 13 sharp if you can't do 13 sharp. But I'm doing 13 sharp, so we just got done doing 4 cycles of 10 on Ni no ito, 13 sharp on San. Then we do 2 where we move that index finger up the neck 1. Okay? Then the middle finger comes down to 12 on Ni no ito, so you can let that stretched index finger off the neck if you want. So 12 on Ni no ito with your middle finger, and 13 sharp still on San no ito. And you just do 1 cycle of that. And then I put my ring finger down next onto 13, right next to 12. 13 on Ni no ito, still 13 sharp on San no ito. And that's also just 1 cycle. And finally, back to where this figure started, index finger back to 10 on Ni no ito, and again, pinky still on 13 sharp, and we're going to do it 4 more times. 4 more cycles. Okay, so from the beginning of the B section, the whole thing, it is 2, 3, 4. 9 times of this, so that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. way. Good job, guys. Yeah. Well, that's it. But that's not it, because I want to make a special announcement and congratulate Carl Hedlund for submitting an amazing video of himself improvising in Mixolydian for my Mixolydian challenge. Carl, you nailed it, man. Great job, great stuff. So I'm going to be in contact with you shortly because you have a broken Little League trophy circa 1994 coming your way. Oh, and some other trinkets and goodies. Oh, yeah. So congratulations to Carl. Let's all hear it for Carl. Everyone's clapping for you, Carl. Okay, thanks for watching, and keep practicing this tune, and I'd love to see what you guys are doing with it, how you're coming along. So, alright, take care. Next video, it's Aeolian mode, the natural minor mode. You're all going to be able to really sink your teeth into this one. You're going to love it, so stay tuned. Bye!